If the last few years have taught me anything, it's that the world is a terrifying and changeable place, and we have to desperately grab whatever security we can, whether it be through the love and support of family and friends, or from a much more reliable source, cold, hard cash. This is why, instead of my usual shenanigans, I'll be using my time to dip my toe into the world of branded content with my presentation, Masters of the Universe Presents Mustards of the Universe, sponsored by the Mustard Council. If I can convince them to pay me for this commercial, which I wrote on spec, and also presuming there is such a thing as the Mustard Council.
We can only hope for all of our sakes.
Made from the seeds of the mustard plant and mixed with additional spices and vinegar or other acids, mustard is used in Asia, the Americas, Africa, and Europe, making it one of the world's most popular condiments. But do you really know your mustards? Come along with me to meet some of the mustards of the universe.
So is that real mustard we're seeing in that animation?
First up, French's. French's, confusingly enough, is not a French-style mustard. It's an American one.
Oh,
but
wow.
There's nothing confusing about French's lightly tangy flavor. Enjoy this mustard in a potato salad on a hot pretzel or atop a delicious ballpark hot dog. And soon you'll be saying, how do I get this bright yellow stain out of my shirt? Next, we've got a real honey of a mustard. Honey mustard. It's like if a bottle of mustard and a honey bear made sweet love, 9 months later, this delicious condiment would pop out. It's the perfect balance of sass and sugar.
Wait, wait, they have a human gestation time?
Stuart, all questions will not be asked at the end. Please hold them.
Okay.
It's the perfect balance of sass and sugar, just like America's sweetheart, Emma Stone.
Hold on.
Please, Elliott. It's the perfect combo of sass and sugar. Serving suggestions? Try it.
Oh no.
Yep.
Serving suggestions? Try Emma Stone in a salad dressing as a dipping sauce for chicken nuggets, or brush Emma Stone on a pork cutlet. If you enjoy the finer things in life, then Grey Poupon is the mustard for you. It's the mustard that said, you're not feeling bad about enough things. Let's make condiments aspirational. It's a mustard from a simpler time when America could see two men in Rolls Royces swapping mustards like partners at their rich dude sex club and think, damn, I want some of that mustard, and not slather that mustard on those billionaire fucks. Let's eat the rich. It's a mustard that tastes so good it doesn't even matter that its name contains the word gray, a color not generally associated with appetizing foods, and a word that sounds like Poupon. Baller choice, Grey Poupon. On to one of the world's most famous mustards, Colonel. Already middle-aged at the time that Clue was first published in 1943, Colonel Mustard thus likely joined the military to serve in the Boer War, a dispute between two different flavors of white colonists, the Dutch and the British, over South African diamonds. With such a problematic background, is it any wonder that he's currently under suspicion for killing Mr. Body? He may seem like an upstanding military man, but what was he doing in the conservatory last night between the hours of 10 and 11? That's an odd time to carry around a lead pipe. And how's this for a mustard? Mustard, aka the multi-unit space transport and recovery device, which was developed to be Britain's space shuttle. I barely understand the details, and it never actually got funded by the British government, but it sure is a tasty acronym. Good on you, Mustard. Not quite what you're looking for? Perhaps you'd be happier with Mustard by Roy Wood. AllMusic gives it 4.5 stars and calls it unabashedly grand, bolstered by endlessly layered harmonies, chiming keyboards, and cavernous productions. I haven't heard it, so I couldn't give you an opinion on whether it's good.
Why would you?
But if the word of a music critic who looks like he has a podcast is worth anything, then this album is as good as the gold color of the condiment that inspired its name. Just don't get confused. Despite the name, Roy Wood is not the father of Roy Wood Jr., one of my former colleagues at The Daily Show, but I like to think that if they met, they'd be friends. Coming up towards the end of our tour of mustards of the universe, we have Mustard Seed, one of the fairies from Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream. Mustard Seed has literally 5 lines in the whole 3-hour play, which are as follows. And I, hail, mustard seed, ready, and what's your will? As such, mustard seed is a true testament to the old adage, there are no small parts, only small actors. Since despite saying only 8 words, one of them being them repeating their own name like a Pokemon, Mustard Seed made enough of a lasting impression on me to remember that they exist. That's either the mark of a great performance or a really cool mustard-based name. Either way, bravo. Mean Mister. That's the next mustard. The last one. Sorry, I got so caught up in my own presentation. I forgot
get
to
it. Yeah, no, it happens.
roll my
Yeah.
script further down.
Yeah,
Now
sure.
we have our last mustard, Mean Mister. Not much is known of Mean Mr. Mustard beyond a few brief lines of verse. Not enough to make up a whole song even, but merely part of a suite of songs. Here's what we do know. He sleeps in the park.
Yep, shaves in
He
the dark.
shaves
Yep.
in the dark.
Mhm.
He sleeps in a hole in the road. He keeps a tin bob note up his nose. And lastly, he has a sister, Pam, who, despite being a go-getter, who presumably earns a good wage, only takes her brother out to look at the queen. This is their sole activity together, queen observing. Now again, while no more official records exist, I would like to posit that Mean Mr. Mustard's reputation as a mean old man has less to do with any inherent personality flaws, but that he is seriously sleep deprived from his road hole, riddled with shaving cuts, has an unhelpful sibling, and very probably has a nasal infection from storing currency in there. This mustard is due for a reassessment. In conclusion, Masters kind of sounds like mustards, and Orko kind of looks like a ketchup bottle. The end.
So do I leave this by just clicking on the leave button at the bottom of my screen?
How do I'm not sure whether to erase all that from my memory or to replay it over and over again until the day I die.